Greetings, Cubs. Welcome or welcome back again. It is time to step into the lion's den. So, as per Patreon request, I'm going to go ahead and do the Hongjoong and Yeosang dynamic reading. We're going to go ahead and see kind of what their dynamic is like, what their relationship is like, kind of how they get along or don't get along within the group. I'm just going to pull some cards and see what we get and explain it to the best, to my best abilities. Remember that all my readings are for entertainment purposes only. Please take each reading with a grain of salt. I don't claim to know any of the members personally, nor do I claim that anything that I say in my readings are factual. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and enjoy the dynamic reading between ATEEZ's Kim Hongjoong and Kang Yeosang. Let's go. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and go back to my Lucy Cavendish and Jasmine Beckett Griffith decks and kind of see what we have going on here. Hopefully I don't knock over my entire setup during this reading because I propped my lamp up on a very unstable table. So yeah, hopefully that goes well. It looks like I didn't really have to talk about, it looks like so far I don't really have to hover over which side I'm trying to pull for, because it looks like for the most part the cards are kind of falling where they want to, as you saw in the beginning. So, is there any more cards left? Okay, and this one is for you. Okay. It's a lot of the Wonderland cards. Oh, ironically, Alice in Wonderland. Okay. Alrighty. Of course, I'm shuffling on camera. I'm not sure how long this is going to take, but you guys, once again, I ask that you let me know what you guys prefer. If you prefer me doing the whole setup process on camera, or do you prefer that I go ahead and just pull all the cards, set them up, and start recording when they're all aligned, I guess. Okay. Alright, is there any more for Hongjoong? If you hear me refer to Hongjoong as Hongjoong, it's because of Wooyoung. It's Wooyoung's fault. Wooyoung is a bad influence on me. Ever since he spelled his name wrong in that Christmas, on the Christmas ball, I've been calling or referring to Hongjoong as Hongjoong. So, yeah. Alright. Okay. I'm going to try to say his name correctly, though. I'm going to try. Hongjoong. Okay. And then Yeosang. Ooh, okay. More for Hongjoong. Okay. Oh, okay. Alright. Well. Alright. When I say there's a lot coming from Hongjoong and not that much kind of coming out for Yeosang. Alright. Is that all? Oh, okay. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough for him. Hongjoong has so many cards on the board right now that I'm going to just actually stop here for now. Well, I want to pull this one last deck. And then I'm gonna just jump into the reading. But Hongjoong has a lot of cards that kind of flew out for his side of things, and it's just a lot. I can put all of Yeosangs out on his side and be good, but Hongjoong's is gonna take up the whole table. Okay. the last deck for the first section. Cards for Hongjoong. Alright. Cards for, okay. Cards for Yeosang. Okay. Cards for Yeosang. Okay. That was a lot, but they didn't quite fall out, so I put them back. Okay. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and start here with these cards. Ooh, please don't knock over my whole setup. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we got space all the way over here. So I'm going to go ahead and lay cards out all the way over here since this man has a lot going on. And these cards are pretty big. My voodoo boys up there. Okay. Alrighty. So starting from Hongjoong towards Yeosang, since he has the most cards, we will start here. We have never jam today. It says promises that never come to be, empty words, or not living in the now. Oh wow. Oh. We next have keep your temper. Don't allow anger to ruin you. We have you are rare and free. You are not, there are not many like you, and becoming braver. Resilience, experience, growing stronger, and fresh perspective. So, it seems like starting off, Hongjoong's feelings towards Yeosang are almost, he's trying to kind of, it seems like there is a sense of encouragement towards Yeosang, but also, I want to say false encouragement. Like, he wants him to feel encouraged, but also there does seem like there's an undertone of, I know things aren't really going to work out, but I want you to believe that things are going to work out. I want you to still, you know, fight or go like everything's going to turn out perfect and you'll be rewarded for hard work. But I'm getting this feeling that Hongjoong is like, I know reality doesn't really work like that. I almost have this feeling that Hongjoong is trying to sort of put aside his own realistic tendencies to be a pillar for Yeosang, to be a strong pillar for Yeosang. And it's like he wants Yeosang to temper himself. I don't know if Yeosang has a lot of anger or if this is talking about Hongjoong's anger. But either way, it's a sense of, okay, come on, like, relax. Like, I promise you things, I promise you things are going to get better. You know, you're very unique. You have your unique style. You know, you're growing. You're becoming stronger and braver. And there's so many good things about you that are, you know, coming to light. So he's definitely trying to make sure that he stays on the right path, because there does seem like there may be a sense of pessimism that he sees coming from Yeosang. Like Yeosang's kind of downing himself, or not really feeling like anything is, like, there's nothing good coming. Like, he's like, all of this hard work is for nothing. It's for nothing. And so he's just trying to make sure that he's strong and he's good. Over on Yeosang's top row, we have managed to be glad, law is not justice, and keeping up. So manage to be glad, create your own happiness regardless of condition. Law, you know, I'm going to read this how I see it, because I don't really see this necessarily as what they think about each other. I'm going to read it the way I feel it. Okay? Because the structure that I intended to read it by is not working with the way this is aligning. Okay? Hongjoong is pretty much the same exact thing that I just said, but at the same time, Hongjoong has false promises. It's false promises. He's promising him things that he knows he's not going to fulfill. Hongjoong is promising Yeosang things he's not going to fulfill, and he knows he's not, or he knows even if it's not him personally, he knows these are things that are not going to be fulfilled. And whatever aggression or anger that he has, he's justified in it. Yeosang is trying to be happy, and he's trying to not be upset. And he's trying to show and put his best positive foot forward. But even with law is not justice, rules are not fair. He knows that he feels and knows that he is getting some form of mistreatment. He feels like whatever's going on, I'm not being done right by. We have keeping up, immense effort, and what is this? Advance. Exactly. So yeah, it's like Yeosang is seeing himself. He's like, I'm putting in 10 times more work to keep up with everyone. Or at least he sees himself trying or fighting to keep up with everyone. But he does not see any of that effort paying off. He doesn't see it. He doesn't see it. And Hongjoong, like I said, Hongjoong is promising him that it's going to work out. Things are getting better. I promise you things are about to change and everything. But he's not seeing any of that happen, which is causing him to get very frustrated. He's like, I'm not seeing that. And I guess because Hongjoong is in a position of power as the producer, the writer, and all of that, whatever power he has, Hongjoong also may, have the power to cause some form of changes. But it's not happening. It's not happening. So on Hongjoong's second row, we have impossible things. Working through disbelief, imaginative leap, fresh perspective. Like I was saying, with impossible things right under Never Jam today, it's just like I said, it's like he's promising things he knows he's not going to fulfill. He's giving him false senses of hope, and he's promising him things he's not going to give him. He's not going to give it to him. Whatever it is, either he's not going to give it to him, or he knows it's just not coming. So I'm not sure why there is a sense of false encouragement. I don't know why that's there. Because he's very aware. He's like, oh, no, that's not happening. That's impossible. You're not going to get that. That's not happening for you. We have Snow White and Red Rose, sister love. We also have Hansel, survival. And then we have Snow Queen, loyalty. So Hongjoong wants Yeosang to know that he cares for him like a brother. He's like, your family. And look, I know it's hard, but this is how we survive. This is how, things are going to work around here. This is how it's going to have to work. And it's like, he's kind of like, I'm loyal to you, and I need you to be loyal to us. that's kind of what his energy is kind of saying, like, look, you know, I care about you. You know, I think of you like a brother, you are close to me, and I know it's hard surviving out here, but you know, this is how things have to be, and I want you to just make sure you stay by our side, and you know, you just be loyal, because that's all we got. Meanwhile, I might as well, okay. Meanwhile, over here on Yeosang's second row, we also have brother, sister. So he's like, he does believe in Hongjoong's affection towards him. Okay, he believes that Hongjoong sees him as a close brother, and he trusts him. But the rose else of revelations come in next to the fairy ointment of the sight. He's starting to see through it, or see through something. There's some sort of breakthrough he's having. Ooh. Ooh. I'm going to move these cards up because these cards are pretty big. They take up a lot of space on the board. Okay. I'm going to read Hongjoong's first. He has a lot more cards. And I feel like this row over here may be a response. Might as well print all of his out, but no, I'm going to put this back because it's not from the same deck. But I'll pull that out next. Okay. So for Hongjoong, we have Pink Lotus Fairy, A Time for Spirit. Autumn is my last chance. Please don't lose hope. We still see this sense of, hey, relax, meditate, wusa. You, like, don't give up. You're gonna make it. This sense of encouragement, but also this encouragement, this don't lose hope, says autumn is your last chance. So whatever is going on, whatever there is, he knows there is a limit. We have Grumpy Red Fairy, be your true self. And we also have Sea Beacon Fairy, a guidance is where a guidance, but where will it lead you? So Hongjoong is trying to steer him in a direction, but it seems like even Hongjoong is not really sure what will become of it. Like, he's not sure what will become of him telling him to remain hopeful, or telling him to just work harder, push harder. He's not really sure where he's leading him. But even with the Grumpy Red Fairy, be yourself, I do feel like Hongjoong wants him to embrace more of his natural energy. So you know how they say Yeosang is more like a Maltese than he is a Doberman. There is a sense of whatever his naturalness is, Hongjoong wants him to show more of that side of him and embrace that unique part of himself rather than anything else. And it looks like that's something that does kind of annoy him a little bit. I'm not sure why, but at least this is what the cards are showing. He doesn't know where he's leading him, though. It's like Hongjoong is trying to be a good leader. He's trying to lead him somewhere, but he don't know where. He don't know where. The Three Fates, what comes around, and also Candy Cane Angel, it's time for a treat. Ghost of the past returns for a while, and Fairy of the Green World, the natural world needs you. It's still something about going back to his roots, going back to a more natural form of himself. There's also something, there is something that may come up again for Yeosang. I'm not sure what it is, but he knows that there's something, he knows there's something coming, He just doesn't know what it is. Hongjoong knows, okay, there's something coming for you. I don't know what it is, but maybe if you just wait it out, everything will be better. Like, if you just wait it out, yeah, I know you're not going to get this and you're not going to get that, but maybe you will. If you just wait it out, you know, things could get better. Like, there's something coming for you. I don't know what it is, but just stick with the program. Stick with the group. Don't get so frustrated. That's kind of like what he's giving. Then we have Yeosang. We have Marie Masquerade, Glamour, Intrigue, and Drama. We have Fairy of the Divine Hand, Intoxication, Distorted View, Overindulgence. Okay? So whatever it is, whatever kind of fairy tale or whatever it is that Hongjoong is feeding him, like, it's like right when he starts to see through everything, or is like, no, I'm not getting this, am I? This isn't happening for me, is it? There's no intention to put me there and give me this, or there's no intention for that, is there? Hongjoong seems to kind of feed him this sort of fantasy life of the what ifs and maybes, and if you just believe, and miracles can happen. He kind of, he you know, gives him that kind of story. And then Yeosang is back to being intrigued, being like, okay, I'm going to work harder. I'm going to push myself. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it. So that's what I'm seeing. Let me see what else. Oh. Hongjoong's chart, we have ancestry, magical inheritance, ancient. Again, it's something about something that happened in the past happening again. It keeps, like, the last few cards that were over here is telling me that Hongjoong is seeing something that may have happened in the past coming back again. I don't know what that is. I don't know if there may have been a big event that happened in the past between them or something, but whatever it is, he's like, it's right around the corner. I know it's about to happen, or I know this is about to come back and haunt. I don't know, but it's something that he's seeing that is coming back. We have her last day in the light. Unexpected endings, surprise changes, sudden shifts. This is also, I think this is over autumn, is my last chance. Yeah, I don't know what this is, but I think Yeosang's time is running out. For what, I have no idea. But Yeosang's time is running out. And Hongjoong knows it is. I don't know what's happening. It's kind of scary, actually. We have nobility, honor, high standards, idealistic. We have religion, canon, rules, and commandments. And lastly, discipline, training, consistency, and practice. So, I don't know. It looks like, you know what it makes me think of? You know those things that idols have to take like every month or whatever, or every whatever time frame it is, and they have to pass all of like the categories with passing grades, like dancing, singing, and perform all of that. Yeah. It may be like something like that. I'm not sure what this is, but whatever it is, Hongjoong knows that it's coming. Something is coming, and this may either make or break Yeosang. Meanwhile, Yeosang, we have prey, stalked, invaded, watched, immortal, the consuming family, and pressure of peers. Oh, wow. This light is like overheating everything. I hope you guys can still see, but it's the consuming family, and it says, immortal, the consuming family, pressure of peers. We have jealousy, envy, punishment, and changing course. And then we have seduction, allure, desire, and manipulation. So, yeah, I do see that, again, he comes to a point where, Yeosang comes to a point where he's like, he feels like the pressure to be better, to do better, to work harder, and like, I guess, be of a certain standard is really weighing in on him. And he feels like even though he's working really hard, it's just not good enough for anyone. And he's trying to figure out if he's being punished. He's also thinking about potentially doing something else. So I'm guessing he may be considering leaving, or may be considering, I'm not sure, but whatever it is, there's somebody on his back. There is somebody or something that is just literally, like, it's terrorizing Yeosang. Like, he's like, I don't know if it's somebody or something that just keeps whispering in his ear about, I don't know if it's Hongjoong, I don't know if it's just his own demons, like, just whispering in his ear about not being good enough, not passing, not going to make it, nobody wants you. And it's like the boy is becoming darker, slowly becoming darker and darker. Yeah, it's just like, and he's even with more like the consuming family and jealousy right next to each other. It's like he's kind of looking at everyone else as if they're on some form of pedestal, and he's like the only one kind of standing there and not understanding why he isn't making it, why he isn't accepted. What is it that is going on with him that doesn't allow for him to move up? He also realizes that there is a form of manipulation going on around him, because he's like, you know, no matter how much I'm being promised something, nothing is happening. Nothing good is coming of any of this. So there is a sense of a lot of confusion going on here. I'm knocking everything over, I know. Okay. I think I see something else, but we'll see. Man, he really is kind of an outsider, I guess. I don't know. Well, all right, Hongjoong. Okay. Yeosang. Okay. Actually, let me pull some more. Is there anything else for Hongjoong? Okay. Okay. Well. I'm seeing kind of a repeat of the same thing for Hongjoong's cards. Hongjoong is still passing on this form of encouragement. We have the fairy bee. First of all, we start off with the fairy bee, which is my life is sweet. Then we go to Artemis of the Forest. Now you are independent and free. There is this also reoccurring thing from Hongjoong's point of view, like, oh, I'm setting you free. You're free to do what you want. You're free. There's freedom that has popped up a few times, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Then we have Once Upon a Midnight Dreary. Creative genius, writing, expression, artistic flow. Butterfly ferrets, I am reborn, and bats in the belfry. You can achieve great things. So, whatever, I know this is odd to say, Hongjoong gets a lot of creativity. He gets a lot of inspiration from whatever the hell Yeosang be going through. He writes about it. He makes music about it. He makes music about it. There is a sense of kind of releasing Yeosang from some form of shackle. I don't know what it is. But he's like, okay, cool, you got it. You got it. You can do what you want now. You're free. You go ahead and do whatever you need to do. And again, it's like you can achieve great things. He's encouraging him. He's saying, look, you got it. Everything is going to go well for you. Just, you know, he's like, do what you got to do. Okay? We start off over here on Yeosang's side where it's like, two kittens you must choose. We have Dragonling Garden, a new world is born. Just how we have I am reborn here. We have little brother, little sister, siblings, or younger friends, responsibility. Brother Raccoon, a safe place for you to go. Elizabeth and the Lion, it's time to become a great leader. And Frog Princess, heed wise counsel, listen. Lastly, we have Butterflies and Gloom. After sadness, happiness and hope returns. So whatever does happen, I do see that Hongjoong comes and he pulls through for him. Maybe in the last minute. He pulls through for Yeosang in like the last minute and opens up a new path for him. I don't know what it is, but that's when Yeosang truly is like, okay, you really do care about me. You really do, like, you know, see me as like a brother figure, or, you know, whatever it may be. You really care. And he regains this trust that he was very steadily losing in Hongjoong. Yeah, Hongjoong comes through for him, and he's like, that's when he's like really like trust his relationship with Hongjoong, and also trust that he's a good leader. It's like, okay, oh, okay, you weren't playing me, like you weren't stringing me along, you really weren't like trying to, like, you weren't making fun of me, that like I really wasn't a joke to you. It's kind of that energy, because I think he was really afraid to find out that he was seen as some sort of joke. But yeah, Hongjoong comes through. All right. Okay. Yeah, this was like less of a dynamic per se reading, and more so of what the hell is going on between these two right now. Like, what kind of energy they got going on. So let me see what's going on. Hongjoong towards Yeosang. Anything? Okay, I may switch decks. Okay, Yeosang towards Hongjoong. Alright, nothing is coming out. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay, it's pretty much, the same thing we end up here with Frog Princess. Where Yeosang ends in Frog Princess, heed wise counsel and listen. Hongjoong's end with the oracle, seek wisdom and guidance from elders and choose your words carefully. So yeah, Hongjoong is just like, hey, look, now listen to me. So now he's in a headspace to actually really take what Hongjoong says seriously, take it to heart, trust him, everything that I just said before. because their relationship certainly was waning. Because he felt like, I want to say he felt like Hongjoong had a lot of power to change things, and he just didn't use that power. Which I can't deny whether that's true or not. Okay, I'm going to use this deck. This is the Manara Erotic Oracle. But I want to know Hongjoong's thoughts towards Yeosang. Let's see if this applies anywhere. And then Yeosang towards Hongjoong too. Okay. So I want to read Yeosang's first. This time he has two. So we have card number 31. Let's see what card number 31 says. Card number 31 says purity of purpose. Sun in Sagittarius. It says, I am the bow and the arrow. The arrow and the bow are me. I forget myself and I become one with the target. And the target becomes one with me. In the space of full eternity and a single moment, I let the arrow loose. It says emotions and energy drive motivations. Everything is a spark that can propel a person forward to a new adventure and another inspiring achievement. It starts from the moment one jumps out of bed and goes through every single motion of a long day, lasting until the mind allows itself to sleep. There's power in intention, power in visualizing your target, and power in forgetting yourself in your limits. Just like the blessed archer who stops thinking and lets the arrow be her whole universe, let the arrow fly and carry your dreams. Okay, and then we also have card 24. Let's see. The lure in the easiest way. I found a shortcut. If I buy, someone else will sell. And if I sell, someone else will buy. I am the trade, the negotiator, and the currency as well. Do you desire a bargain? Okay, this actually made me think of the Pray card. Anyway, it says, why should one beware of the easiest way? Oh yeah, why should one beware of the easiest way? It promises everything, and it promises everything now, with no price whatsoever. Behind every easy road, however, there is a hidden price. The easy way is a seduction by itself, and it's hard to say no, especially because it promises to be, well, easy. It may be that the easy way, like any other shortcut, carries some form of disharmony. It makes everything a trade, where one can use the other just by allowing the other to use them. Still, it is possible to surrender to seduction. A seduction of power, a seduction of youth, a seduction of empty promises. The challenge is that if someone gets used to the easy way, they'll find it much harder to leave the easy way behind. And so, with that being said, it's very interesting to me because I feel like, and not to say that I think Yeosang is doing anything the easy way. It's actually very clear that he's been working very, very hard, but not achieving anything. But I think where the easy way comes in, believe it or not, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I think the easy way comes in is, you know how they say, regardless of what skills you have, you only get into those high positions by connections. That's kind of like what it is. Like, it doesn't matter how hard he works. The right kind of people have to like him. The right kind of people have to be into him. The right kind of people have to want him to succeed. Because if not, it doesn't matter where your skill levels lie. You're not going to get there. Not in the business world. Okay? And I actually feel like for him, he may not have wanted to go that route. I think going that route was probably one of the last straws for him. I think that's also where the time running out thing, like, oh, well, you have a limited amount of time. I feel like he wanted to try things the hard way for as long as he could and grew impatient and got to a point where it's like, I can't do this anymore. I'm getting very frustrated, getting very angry. And I think that's where Hongjoong is trying to calm him down and still try to sell him a dream that he didn't really see coming true himself. And in the end, I feel like Hongjoong has to pull some sort of trump card in order to get Yeosang to where he needs to be. I hate to say it, but I really feel like he needed to pull a trump card to get Yeosang to where, or this may be something that happens in the further future, but needs to pull a trump card in order to get Yeosang to where he needs to be, because he knows, at least in this world, there is nothing that he's going to be able to do besides more hard work in order to get there. Like, he knows he's sort of blocked in some sense. Don't know what sense. Y'all can tell me what you think, what your opinion is on it. But I'm going to go ahead and read Hongjoong's. I think my lamp is cooled off. I know that's ghetto, y'all. I need to get a new lamp. But let me plug this in. Okay. Hongjoong's card says, it's number 16. It says, for better or for worse. Okay. For better or for worse, this is Lilith and Aries. It says, I made a vow for better or for worse, but I didn't truly believe it. See, isn't that exactly what I was talking about? Like, trying to make these promises that he himself really didn't believe, or he knew wasn't going to happen. But let's continue. But I didn't truly believe it until worse came, and I had to decide if what I said with all my heart was true or false. Now remember, on your same side, 2 kittens, you must choose. So, until the worst came, I'm sorry, but I made a vow for better or for worse, but I didn't truly believe it until the worst came, and I had to decide if what I said with all my heart was true or false. Okay? It says the responsibility of a relationship is in the echo of the marriage vow. It brings to each partner a right and a duty bundled together. It's called trust, maybe. The right to be supported and listened to. The duty to support and listen. In the difficult times, this responsibility is a chain that can break a person, but it also can remake a person anew. Hence, we see a lot of reborn. Okay? Which is why I'm saying Yeosang, I guess, coming up is going to be a direct result of Hongjoong making moves. Okay, let's see, what does it say? Let's see. The duty to support and listen. Okay. In the difficult times, this responsibility is a chain that can break a person, but it also can remake the person anew. In happy times, the responsibility is subtler, as we often forget that joy must be met with joy. It is a difficult and rewarding journey, but that of a couple. The key is to face it together and enjoy it together. All right. Where did the other card go? That was supposed to be here. Where in the world? Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and put these back in here though. Alrighty. So, though this is how they're feeling, this doesn't really explain, like, I guess necessarily how they, well, it does explain how they feel about each other. They have these two actually have a closer relationship than I would think. I haven't seen so many sibling cards come out in a while. I can't remember when they came out, but these two really do like each other. They really are close. Although, you know, like I said, it does seem like at some point Yeosang does start to doubt Hongjoong's true intentions, and yeah, he does eventually start to doubt him, but that comes back and comes, you know, full circle, does a whole, you know, 180 and comes back around. So they're gonna be fine, I guess. Let's go ahead and see. I think I'm gonna go ahead and really close this out, I guess. I don't know, like, I'm sort of satisfied with it, but I'm also not, because I felt like there was something else bigger to read, you know, to read about that's going on between them. But it doesn't necessarily tell me, like, how they see each other or, like, how they feel about each other, per se. I don't know. So, maybe I'll pull some of these cards and then close out. Okay. What in the world? Whatever Hongjoong going through ain't got nothing to do with. Okay, hold on. This is talking about pregnancies and all that. This is my relationship cards. I shouldn't have pulled this one out in the first place anyway. Let me put this back. I don't know what that was about, but we'll probably check on that later. That's Hongjoong's business, so well, let me just grab a tarot deck and go ahead and close this out. What deck do I want to use? I'll use this one. I haven't used this one in a long time. Hold up. I forgot to use this one. I always use this little love oracle. Hongjoong towards Yeosang, if there's anything. Oh, okay. Yeosang towards Hongjoong. Okay, I guess that's enough, right? Okay, wow. Okay. Okay, let's put in some eye drops. Alrighty. Hongjoong towards Yeosang, we have cassette, outdated thinking, conditioning, relaying events over and head, separation, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of future, clearly. Talking, interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email, hovering. Sunglasses, watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. Okay. Yeah, I think we also have love call. Someone expresses love. Oh, I'm sorry. And then for Yeosang, I'm going to go over all of this once I'm done reading it. We have someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. Self-indulgence. Focus on self, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. Hammer, sabotage, rebuilding, integration, repetitive, persistent, working on it. Mirror, mirroring each other, self-image, relationship, reflect on our wounds, introspection. Addiction, codependent, obsession, passion, controlling, has a block or restraint. Keys on a ring, many options, decisions, unconditional, string along, one night stand, ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for a union, and boat. Receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, and closure to issues. So, it seems like both of them kind of do some inner work for themselves. Like, both of them seem like Yeosang over here is sort of like working on ego battles. He's working on not like just more of destroying his ego. Both like keeping it at a certain level, I would say, because it looks like he can have highs, and then he can have real low lows, okay? But it does look like he relies a lot on Hongjoong to keep him steady. He has a codependent relationship with Hongjoong to keep him steady-minded, to keep him on track. Actually, I almost regret putting those cards back, and I probably should have pulled them back out. But whatever, it doesn't matter at this point. Yeah, he definitely considered a few things, changing his careers, changing of whatever path he was going to walk. But he started to see some success, or he's going to start to see some success in his life. And then, like I said, even with us ending with boat, Hongjoong comes through for him. Over on Hongjoong's side, we have Hongjoong sort of replaying some form of events. He is kind of going back, reevaluating himself, his actions, and things of that nature. There also is a sense of, letting Yeosang go. Okay. Boom. Okay. He has Yeosang, or had Yeosang, severely under his, I guess, watch or protection. I think that's where this prey comes in, and I think that's why there's so many cards on Hongjoong's side talking about setting him free, letting him free. You're going to be free. You're free now. You're going to be free. There is something where I guess he kind of had him under his watch or under his control. And he's like, hey, just stay here and play nice. Like, I don't know, put him in the kid's pen. I don't know what he did, what was going on there. But it seems like he had some form of control over Yeosang, in a sense of trying to keep him. I don't know. He had him. But eventually it looks like he learned that he has to let him go, because he as well, Yeosang, is in a codependent relationship with Hongjoong. He depends on Hongjoong a lot. I mean, I guess in a sense he is the leader, but Yeosang depends on him a lot. He depends on him a lot. And it has to come to a point that Hongjoong realized what's best for both of them is a separation. He talks to him about it. He does talk to him about it, but he doesn't really stop. He just gets sneakier, I guess, in the way that he watches him. We have sunglasses, watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. So he's still going to be watching over him closely. Yeosang is going to eventually kind of move on once he gets a certain level of freedom. Once he is able to kind of, I guess, move about. I'm not sure how this works or how this is applying into their dynamic. You guys give me some form of idea of what is going on. But that's what I'm definitely seeing. It's like, it's really like something changes with him, because Hongjoong definitely had the power to make a change. Remember before I was like, I can't really say for sure whether he actually did have the power to cause a change or not. He did. He absolutely did. And only when he releases some form of hold that he has over Yeosang or whatever it is, and tells also Yeosang that he can't depend on him so heavily again, or anymore, only when that happens will we see a lot of growth come from Yeosang within ATs or in his career. I don't know what it is, but you know, there's that. So yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this up and find out, I guess, overall, or what's next for these two. You know, it's like brother complex. He's a lot. Hongjoong is a lot more protective of Yeosang than it may seem. I haven't really ever looked at these two's relationship, and I don't like see much of them together to see how they have such a brotherly bond, like a strong one. But apparently it's there, and they both feel it. So. Alright, so what's next for these two in their relationship dynamic? Oh, okay. Well, a lot of good things are going to be happening for them. There are going to be a lot of things that are going to be honestly put out in the open. Like I said before, that they're going to have a lot of talks. They're going to, you know, discuss a lot of issues that they may have had previously, kind of see where everyone lies in their own relationship dynamics, voice how they truly feel, just a lot of that. They're gonna have some deep talks with each other. I don't know if it's... Ooh. But you know, again, okay, so this is odd, but it comes at some form of high price. Yeah. For Yeosang to be free? For him to, I guess, I don't know, venture out and do whatever he wants to do, whatever it is. But again, I'm kind of seeing... Yeah, so for their relationship, they are they're gonna open up the floor to a lot of things that they needed to get off their chest, that they needed to expose to each other, and that's gonna quickly move them forward, but also backwards. I do see that for some reason, it's gonna cost. Who's it gonna cost? Is it gonna cost the group, or is it gonna cost? Oof. It's not telling me whether it's necessarily the group or one individual member, but it's like a lot. Financially, emotionally, all of that is just, it's not looking good. But that fool running away, I don't know, it was like they let him out or something. It's weird. It's like they let him out. Like, well, I hope he's not. I truly hope he doesn't leave. Like, I hope that's not what's going on. But Yeah, you know, it's not looking good. I'm not, it's not looking good. Getting a little sad. But whatever it is, it's like kind of like this sort of thing, like, oh, well, it was the right thing to do. It was the right thing to do. I see Sungwa, one of my cards that represents Sungwa out here, which is my Queen of Cups. We also have the Moon. That is in reverse. Sungwa looks like he's going to act as if he's very upset about this. I don't know. I really am so confused as to what's happening here. Like, it's like this immense, like, a lot of things go wrong, and there's like this immense, there's an immense unhappiness, but then like slowly things start to change. And I'm not sure for who exactly, but it's like overall, it's like, yeah, things get exposed, things get thrown out there, like they're impacted financially, or like their stability is greatly impacted. I couldn't even tell y'all. But it doesn't look good. I don't know what happens in their dynamic, but it doesn't really look good. Like, it, you know, either both of them are unhappy, or one of them's really unhappy. I don't know why my Sungwa representative card is out here. Or it could be also Hongjoong in this case. But either way, if this card is Hongjoong, Jung representing Hongjoong, he knows, even though he does this thing, like he's like, okay, well, I did the right thing, I'm not happy about it. It's like, or he wants to pretend he's a lot more unhappy about it than he is. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I'm sorry, he's trying to pretend that he's happier about it than he is. Trying to pretend that he's happier about it than he is. Because he's very much not happy. Like, whatever it is with their relationship dynamic, when things are exposed between them, and they kind of, like, I guess, call each other out for their actions, they both kind of, like, address it. They both, like, get to a level and they're like, okay, well, it's all out on the table. What are we going to do? And it's just like, okay, I'm going to let you go. You do whatever you want to do. You handle stuff the way you want to do it. And, you know, I guess Yeosang go free and run off and do whatever the hell he's going to do. And Hongjoong's not really happy about it. He's not happy about it. He's not happy about it. I don't see it anyway. And I see a lot of concern. I see a lot of concern. I see a lot of worry. I see a lot of panic. Like, just like in him and Sand's reading, there is a sense of, like, everyone's like, if we're not watching him, he's going to be manipulated. He's going to be taken advantage of. People are going to bully him. They're going to hurt him. It's like this immense panic. Like something is going to happen to this boy. Like, I don't know how not smart they think Yeosang is, or how not very smart he is, or how gullible he is, but they are very concerned about him being, like, out on his own. Like, it's like, okay, we know it's the right thing to do. We know we shouldn't hold him back. We know we shouldn't hold on to him. We know all of that. We shouldn't be in his space all the time, but he cannot be left alone. It's like that kind of energy. Like, he can't be left alone. I don't know. But eventually I do see him sort of like him sort of kind of being okay with it. But I do see Hongjoong kind of reverting back to kind of getting that hold over him again and kind of making sure that he stays under his watch. I don't know why this is, or like, I don't know why it is, but I tell you one thing. Yeosang having freedom, any type of freedom, is not a good thing for some of these ATEEZ members so far that I've seen. It's not a good thing. They don't like it. They don't think he's capable of defending himself. They don't think he's smart enough to be out in public by himself. I don't know why. It's just this. They're like it. At least so far from San and now Hongjoong. I can't remember any other ones that I've done with them. So far, they're like, yeah, that's concerning. So, yeah, that's what I have. That's what I have for Hongjoong and Yeosang's dynamic. Like I said, it looks like in the end, Hongjoong's going to go back and take him back anyway and kind of put him under strict watch or whatever it may be. But that's what we have for him. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Let me know what you guys think, or like how you guys see this dynamic. What do you think is going on? Why do you think it's going on? And I hope to see you guys again next time in the Lion's Den. Thank you for watching. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and check out my Patreon if you'd like to purchase a reading like this for your own favorite celebrities, and a celebrity or whatever it may be. All right, bye-bye. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.